Hello and welcome to a scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today, Riker is going in search of his first kinfolk gift.
First person he's going to call try and find is Lady Zhu, and talking with his distant cousin, he will probably deduce she's at the neutral point in the bonds.
That being said, you could probably get her phone number. Just saying. But yeah.
And he'll probably would probably asking his distant cousin for her phone number anyways, just because just to make sure to call so she knows to meet up with him.
Mm-hmm. And she'll agree to meet him at the peaceful tree, as she is taken to referring to it. Which is the nice big spreading tree that casts lots of shade and has comfy grass under it near the joining of the two lawns.
And he will head over that way.
And she'll probably be there before him.
Obviously. Lady Zhu?
Riker, I understand you wanted to discuss something?
I wanted to start exploring getting kinfolk gifts.
She'll nod.
And the obvious useful one I've been hearing about Passim, the one that was I believe is taught by Dove.
Ah, the breath of peace.
Yes.
I believe the Garu refer to it by a Latin name, but I know
I'm
the
not
one.
really good with Latin.
Oh shit.
I know the one to which you're referring. I can certainly ask.
All right.
I would usually recommend that you ask your kin. The Garu have tempers regarding those that they consider to be interfering with their kinfolk. But
Well,
I think I
go
can
ahead. Sorry.
certainly help.
All right. Well, there is. I would obviously ask Charlie, but you know how busy he is here of late.
She'll nod.
And Brian, he grimaces a little bit, and he just eventually says, "Brian seems a little bit too uptight. No offense to the Raya, but he's a little bit too uptight for me."
He is the Gen Mother, and it is important that he gives you what you need rather than what you necessarily want.
Yeah, out of character, Brian's the Ride Master.
Oh yes, sorry, I got the two mixed up.
Uh,
That's the yeah.
And Max a Galliard.
Yeah. Okay.
It's it's he'd be
Yeah.
asking a theurge, but
Brian,
the one theurge
yeah.
he could ask is busy, and the other one's uptight.
Yeah.
Banal.
Yeah. He does have much to concern himself with in the set. But I understand that the Garu Sept is not likely to be the most comfortable of places for you.
Yeah. I rarely go in there unless I have to.
I will see if I can find a dove spirit to meet with you. In the meantime, have you brought something as a gift to open the communications?
I brought some birdseed.
She'll smile.
He out of character. He's like Umbral Lore Zero.
That's fine. She'll smile. It is the intention and the respect that is the most important thing. So she'll just nod. And I will return shortly.
All right.
And yeah, straight over that, straight through that gauntlet. Whoosh!
Whoa!
You see her pull a mirror from her pocket, and then she's gone, just like a blink.
Wow! That was awesome. I wonder how she did that.
Yeah. Okay.
Egg plus egg.
It doesn't matter. I was just going to roll 3 dice, and as long as one of them is a plus, she's able to find a dove spirit somewhere.
Right.
It takes a while, but she does find one. You're sat there for a good 10-15 minutes, and when you're just starting to wonder if she's actually coming back, yeah, just around that point, she's back through. And she'll
right.
practically, not quite as much of a blink as it was the last time, but she's 1 minute she's there, and the next it's 1 minute she isn't there, and the next she is.
All right.
And she'll look up, and from somewhere nearby, you don't quite see where it comes from, a dove does fly over. It hasn't blinked into existence, but a dove has flown over and starts pecking at the birdseed.
Okay. Hello?
It will look up at you and cock its head, and you will say something to it. And it will make a cooing sound. And it sounds just like an ordinary bird.
Yeah.
And
Randy Quaid?
he's going to say,
Yeah. They both were? Did Randy end in it?
"You seek this gift."
Oh,
I seek to
the guy that was
bring peace to my domicile to unruly guests when they get unruly.
So it is to protect yourself and your house.
Yes, and the people that are within it.
And she's going to say something, and the dove is kind of pecking the seeds, and every so often it will look up, tilt its head, and look at you.
What were they charged with?
It really doesn't look much like a spirit. It looks like an ordinary dove.
Even in chimeric reality?
And that's all. That's what they're writing out.
Reality.
A slap on the wrist.
There, but it's almost like there are 2 doves in the same place doing the exact same thing.
Okay, so Probably talking with the one that's not
They
there.
beat the ass
Yeah,
off
it's
him.
like
He's thinking.
if you're watching 3D films and you're not wearing the 3D glasses,
It's
it kind of looks like that in chimerical reality.
it got skewed.
Yep. And she's going to say, peace is a gift that is to be shared and not kept to oneself.
I don't plan to keep it to myself.
If you can find a place that is in need of peace and bring peace to it without the gift, Dove will teach you how to do it more easily.
Alright, that works.
Miley Cyrus and whoever Quaken is, they're gonna have a huge concert where everybody's
He'll bow to the
Good luck
dove
with
and say
that.
thank you.
I won't be there.
And the dove is just going to keep pecking the seeds and groom itself. And in chimerical reality, you see one fly off, but the other dove is still there, and it's just doing usual dove things. Pecking the seeds, grooming, walking around.
So I'm guessing we were basically talking with the one that flew off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess that. Because, she bows to the dove and turns to Charlie.
Riker.
To Riker, yeah. Sorry.
I need more scenes. Scenes with Riker. Riker now.
Do you understand the task which is before you?
Find a place that is without peace and bring it to that place. Without the gift.
Yes.
I believe so.
Good. Let me know if you need any advice on that. And is there anything else you would like to discuss with me?
I might be asking for your help later with the other two kinfolk gifts, but not right now.
Sure.
Actually, what can you tell me about the Umbra? Out of character, let's build up the Umbra lore.
The Umbra is a realm as much like our own, and yet different. From my understanding of the dreaming, there are many similarities. There are places that are close and look almost the same, and there are places that are far and, unless you have been there, are almost beyond imagining.
I've heard rumors that some of the Fianna and other places referred to the dreaming as like a sub place of the Umbra, but not attached to the Umbra.
It is a theory, much as we call the Yin world the Dark Umbra. All are reflections and echoes of our world, but infused with a power that is more obvious than what we find here.
All right. That's good to know.
That is not to say that our realm is not as powerful. It is, but it is more subtle.
Whereas the other realms, like the dreaming, it's more dynamic, more shifting.
And of course the humans are here.
Yeah, there is that. Is there anything else that you were able to share with me about the Emperor?
Be respectful. Should you ever find yourself in the Umbra, be respectful of everything.
Alright. Of everything?
Of everything, for everything is made of spirit.
Alright, good to know.
From the ground that you walk upon, to the rocks, to the trees, to the sky itself, everything is spirit. So be respectful. I doubt you will need to know much more about the Umbra, but that
You're letting... Sorry, go ahead.
That is the information that you may need at any time. Ari, it is being held at the neutral point between the born of the two septs, where there is a nice large tree with comfy grass underneath it, and which the Sentai have kind of taken over as a meeting place. So it is perfectly legitimate for Fang to randomly show up.
What is that?
I'm not sure about the other.
You're looking at it though.
The desert with a welder.
You welding his shoe to the thing?
I think you went
Not
quiet.
sure.
I cannot hear anything from Ari. I don't know if Ari is showing up or not. But, yeah.
Oh, his mic backing up.
A few other birds are going to show up to eat the bird seed. Just
Kind of figured that.
random other birds.
I gotta go pee.
Alright. Thank you. I'm gonna go looking for... Actually, that just means I had to work on the club more.
I don't think so.
Because, oh my gosh, it's like, what are you doing?
You're quite a bit close, but you were already seeking to find peace. It doesn't seem like...
Alright, sorry about that.
That's okay.
My software mic manager just decided to completely eat my mic.
Oh.
Not helpful.
Nope, so I'm using the hardware driver, so...
Okay.
Anyway, Fang shows up in Latriani, so, hey look, there's a coyote. Stands out like a sore thumb, because there aren't any coyotes in China.
Yup.
Hello?
She will give a small nod to Fang before returning to a conversation with Riker. Does not seem especially respectful to attempt to meet the spirits
That is really cool.
by fulfilling your own ends.
Alright.
It would likely meet the description, but fail to uphold the spirit. Dove asked you to find a place where there wasn't peace and to bring peace to it, not to go to a place that you already want to add peace to.
Okay. So back to Plan A. Go find a place that needs to be brought peace.
A place of anguish and anger, all of those things. Have you met my Sentai-mate Fang?
Fang's gonna sit on her haunches and then shift up to Hamid. And let me get the picture thing back up.
No, I don't believe I have the pleasure.
Fang, this is Riker, the proprietor of the Emerald Mother. He is a changeling and one of the kinfolk of the Garu.
Fang will stand up, offer him a hand now that she's in Hamid, and say, "Hiya!
Hi.
I'm Fang of the Nuisha."
The were-coyotes.
Ah, so you've heard of us.
In passing in brief bits, but not that much.
She nods and she says, "All you really need to know is we make Ragabash look like a runes."
And that they sing to Luna.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Out of interest, what is Fang's performance like? Because I'm guessing
she's
probably
using
heard her.
she's using expression rather than performance, and she has 2 dots of expression.
Okay, so relative.
So she's not doing like a choreographed, planned song. She's just expressing her passion in one of the more animalistic forms to Luna, and she's pretty good at that. So.
Okay.
Nice.
Her songs are quite interesting of an evening.
Do tell.
Bad. Would you like a job?
Me?
Sure.
Fang tilts her head a bit and says, "Okay, who do you want robbed?"
How much fun do you want in this job?
Well, I don't do a job if it's not fun, or if it doesn't serve a purpose.
The Tong. He had one of my kinsmen captives that just got born while in captivity.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I could.
A prank worthy of your skills.
Fang will crack her knuckles a little bit, and she says, "I might be able to help you out with that." Do we have a location?
The last known location was the docks. But
Best place to do shady dealings.
yes.
We talking Victoria Harbor, or are we talking one of the smaller private docks?
Probably a smaller, one of the more smaller private docks. And he would give the number, which I can't remember off the top, the dock number, yard number, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right. Fang's gonna nod, and she'll say, "Okay, I'll case the joint." And
With that many successes, does he remember any more locations for Tong operations for Streetwise and Wits? Or would he know about any others? Ari?
It's your scene, Deb, so...
Or Deb?
I'd say you probably, to be honest, with Streetwise, that many successes, I figure you might not exactly know more about the dock unless you were in the scene and went there. But
was there in scene?
okay, so you can probably describe exactly where the dock is.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is you might know one or two of his associates. I mean, after all, the Tong is not so much an individual as a organization.
I might know.
They're basically the Chinese mafia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna also roll Streetwise Wits for Fang. And hey, look, she gets a couple.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's basically the Chinese mafia.
Right.
Between you can probably find out one or two of the people that are more well known, and also have the name of the person that was actually involved in this. So you might not know where the person that you're looking for is, but you can probably guess where you can find at least one of the people that might know where they are. Actually getting them to spill the beans is another matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily, Fang has super crazy lying ability, so she can probably trick them into spilling the beans without actually beating the crap out of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something tells me Fang may be going in deep cover as a member of the Tong.
So I'm just sort of picturing they take a group photo and it's Chinese guy, Chinese guy, Chinese guy, Chinese guy, Native American girl.
Yeah. And if you can, ruin their good name with their business partners and get them to turn to me, if possible.
I can ruin their good name, but usually at that point I'm halfway gone.
Okay. Ruin their if you can ruin their good name and get the names and contact information of their business partners on your way out. I can take care of the rest.
Fang nods and she says, "You know anyone who's really good at lying?"
Who?
No, I'm asking you. Do you know anyone who's really good at lying? Because I might need a crew for this.
I know one person. Unfortunately,
I know that person too. I know that person too. He gestures to you. Sir Adam Weston of House Fiona, the local brothel owner. Lady
Mr. He looks at her and goes, "Oh, Mr. Sunsword, while there's vampires around."
Yeah. Lady Desdemona of, she goes by Diana, from what I hear, of House Hylunid, and her boyfriend slash husband slash plaything. He goes by a lot of D names.
Yeah, okay. Fang's gonna think on that, and she's gonna say, "I take it that they're all changelings?"
Yeah, they specialize in lying.
Fang will nod at that, and she'll say,
"Only way they can talk."
Yeah. She'll smile at that, she'll nod, and she'll say, "Okay, I'll hang around the night market for a few days, see if I can spot any of them."
Alright.
I would check with Adam's brothel. That's an easy way to locate him. I have his phone number, and also he is Adrena's mate.
real
Well,
easy to figure out who it is and where to
yep,
find them.
that'll work.
And
That'll work
where,
just fine.
yeah, where one is, the other two are not far behind, or if not, not very easy to contact.
She'll nod at that, and she'll go, "Okay, I'll case the joint, get a crew together, get your people out, ruin their reputation, get away before they remember who we are."
Oh, the mists are a beautiful thing.
Well, the long con is a beautiful thing. The best job is the one where they thank you for giving you their own money.
Yeah, there's that too. Uh,
Which
You
may
said
well
the
be
word mist. Is that anything like the delirium?
yes, but on steroids.
That doesn't sound fun.
Basically, whenever we invoke one of our powers, it rolls in.
I
Yeah,
should
but
point
that
out
means
that
people running screaming. And...
I should point out that unlike delirium, enchantment does not result in fear. I
No.
think he's referring to the loss of memory afterwards.
Oh, okay.
That. But get any of their business partners contact information on your way out. I can get it to me. I can take care of the rest
Oh yeah,
on
that I can
that.
totally do.
And with them, they basically that is their specialty. That's how they can actually talk when they're looking directly at you. As far as the ones I suggested for you to hook up with.
Alrighty.
My
Other than that,
understanding is that changelings as a whole tend to be somewhat of the trickster nature, much as you might expect a ragabash. But that the pukas are the tricksters of the changelings.
there are ragabashes. Or newish, whatever, however you want to look at it.
Remind me to
It's
challenge one to a riddle contest.
challenge Diana's mate. You'll find he's a lot. He may be more kin than most people think. His face seeming is that of a coyote.
Fang will grin and say, "May have been a Nuisha in a previous life."
Yeah. Don't ask about the ears. He's a little bit self-conscious about that.
Fang will shift up into their equivalent of Galabro, and she poofs up a pair of ears. She goes, "I'm not sensitive at all." Scratch, 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 scratch.
just, just like that, but it's in all his forms, but he has them cloaked.
She nods to that and
Yeah,
shifts back to. Yeah, she nods to that and shifts back to Hamid before some passerby spots them.
Yeah. Other than that, I might definitely like to have your contact information so we can have more business later.
Fang nods and says, "Well, I'm usually a coyote somewhere in the sept."
Okay. I don't usually come up on the set that much for reasons.
If you give me your number, I occasionally buy burner phones.
Okay. He gives him his number. It gives her the guy
Yeah.
you get whatever.
I always play female characters, so.
Yeah. It's not nothing personal against Stepped. It's just I'm kind of sensitive to disbelief in that being a class walker Step.
Not that sept, that sept, she says, pointing to the Hangyokai sept.
Oh, okay, I can probably go in there. I just don't know how much Lung would want that or allow that.
Lung's a big softy. She grins a bit at that.
The important thing to remember about the East, including the Hangyokai, is that respect and good manners will get you quite far. If you arrive with respect, you behave politely, and you damage nothing, you're more likely to be politely told to leave than anything else.
Okay. Alright, that works.
Which is true of the Hangyokai courts in general. They'll almost certainly politely ask you to leave. And then if you
And then squish you when you say no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to keep intact for as long as I can. I don't want to reincarnate again. I know I have. I've been told I have. I just don't remember said past lives. Every time every time Dee and Diana always get all cutesy, lovey-dovey, it always gives me freaking deja vu, really bad deja vu.
Fang will tilt her head a little bit. She does that when she doesn't quite understand what someone's saying.
It means I feel like I've experienced the event or something like it before. I just can't remember it.
No, I know what it is. It's just... It's a little interesting because you said you don't remember. And yet your past life might be catching up with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten any clearer than that. It's just every time they do it, I get that real odd feeling of I've seen or experienced that before. I just can't remember.
Fang's going to think on that. She's going to say, maybe you should ask the Right Master of the Guru to check the silver record about your past life.
The Right Master's a little bit too uptight for me. Of the Guru set.
Well, we can't access the silver record from the Hangyokai sept.
Yeah. Either.
It's due to his affiliation because he's a glasswalker.
The changelings as a whole are sensitive to Libra energies.
I'm more so.
Fang's gonna nod, and she's gonna say, "Okay. Well, you don't have to worry about anything Weaverish coming from me." She grins.
I can tell that.
And out of character, her banality's 4.
Yeah, he can definitely tell that. What is Brian's, just for clarification? Because Riker maybe later on exploring other things that might involve the right master.
7.
About the same as a human.
About the same as a fairly dull human.
A fairly dull human.
Yeah. Humans tend to be somewhere between 6 and 7 for the most part.
Yeah.
Vampires average at 8, and
Yeah.
technocrats range from 8 to 10.
Yeah. Riker's gonna have to tolerate it.
Yep. At the very least, they don't like stick computers every frickin' where in the sept like some glasswalker septs do.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, no. Rachel knows that they've got lots of people from multiple tribes everywhere.
Yeah.
And so what she does instead is she keeps a lot of that off-site in the company that she's a CEO of.
I'd love to her.
So is there anything else we want to accomplish with the scene? Because we seem to have sidetracked to artifact stuff. I might want to stop the broadcast before we go into it.
Not in scene, but I happen got another right. I wanted some of the tribal rights. Charlie probably want to learn, but it's going to probably add on to his time learning once got.
Okay, so shall I end the scene?
Yeah, Fang dances across the Umbra and heads off to go do things.